Hey students, what I wanted to do was go over how to actually complete the Building a DNA Lab. Once again, if you are new to joining Gizmos and you need the particular code, please use the ones that you have down here. If you have already joined one of my classes and you just need your password or your login information, just send me a message and I'll be able to send that over to you. So one thing that you want to do, I like to just get this over with first, so I can already have it open, is open up the assignment. And once again, when you are going to edit the assignment, I usually just edit it in the browser. Unless you have OneDrive downloaded to your device, then you're able to use the actual Word app, which has a little bit more features than the online version does. So the next thing you have is to actually go to the simulation, which you can use by clicking this link here on the slide. So when you go to the simulation and you are not logged in, you will see a time. It starts off at 5 minutes. Once that time runs out, then you're going to actually need to log in. Now, if you have already have your login information, you're just going to click here. I suggest saving it if you haven't already done so, but you click that, you put in your info and your password, and then you're good. If you actually need to enroll into the class, then you are going to click the Enroll tab. Log in and enroll. The class codes that I had on the Canvas page, you're going to insert that class code depending on what period that you're in, and then you're going to click enroll in class. Once again, if you have already done a Gizmo for me, that means you are already in one of my classes, please do not re-enroll. I'm limited with how many students I'm able to have in each class, and if you have multiple accounts, it's going to take up multiple seats in the class. So just send me a message in either Zoom or on Remind, and I'll be able to give that information to you that you need. I have access to all usernames and passwords for that. So I'm going to go ahead and log in so I don't have to worry about the time. And then you can get started playing. Now this is the nucleus that's kind of breaking apart everything happening within a nuclear envelope. You can take that away. You don't necessarily have to keep it if you don't want it. And then this is actually showing you hints. So it actually kind of gives you little hints on what you can do when you are building that DNA molecule. So if you go over to the Word assignment, this is where the instructions for how you're going to be completing the lab is going to go. The first thing you want to do on the first page is just your prior knowledge questions. So things that we kind of reviewed before you took the lab. And you want to make sure that you are describing what the molecule DNA looks like based off this picture. For number two, it's going to be based off the picture that you see down here. Now, just to give a little warm up, the two DNA components that are shown on the gizmo, if you go back to the gizmo, clicked on the wrong one. The two components that you have here, you have nucleosides and also phosphates, which is explained in the assignment. And you're just going to make sure that you answer 1 and 2 based off of that information. So once you are done with that, you are then going to go through and start answering, going through activity A. So you shouldn't need to reset anything unless you were playing with it before. So the first question is, what is the structure of DNA? So describe what that is. And then for number 2, you are going to follow the steps and you're going to build the gizmo. So the steps are going to happen in the clue or the hints that it gives you. So you can build your DNA molecule in whatever order that you want to do the things with. I like to mix it up a little. Everything else will be taken for you. Once you are done building the entire molecule, you are going to take a picture and then you are going to actually insert that picture that they have you take right here where it says original DNA molecule. So when it tells you to take a picture, you can save, you're just going to insert that into the document. You don't need to actually print it out. And then for here, this is where you're actually going to be typing in the order of your nucleotide. So you're going to have one strand of DNA on this side and then its corresponding matching strand that completes the entire DNA strand on this side. So how do you actually build the DNA? So you do that, you have all your nucleotide bases here. You drag and you drop them into your cell nucleus. So whenever you add the nucleoside, you then have to add a phosphate group, and then you can go from there, doing that over and over again. Now, if you try to add it without, usually that's when you're going to get a hint um, saying that you need to drag the nucleotides and the phosphates to get it there. So you just continue. I'm just doing a random pattern. I'm not even paying attention, just grabbing them at random. I don't want them all to be the same. It just isn't fun when you do it that way. So you continue dragging and dropping until you complete your strand of DNA. Now that didn't work for some reason. If you look over here, it tells you why, so then you're able to fix it from there. So once you do that, you get another set of nucleotides. So now you need to actually build the other side. So you know what the pairing rules are. C only pairs with G, A only pairs with T. So if I see a C, then I know I need to a G. And you notice that those kind of puzzle pieces, they only fit with each other with the round edge and the kind of concave edge for the G. So I know that those two fit. I see another G, so that means I need a C. But the one thing that I am missing is a phosphate group. So I'm able to bring that in there to finish off that nucleotide. And I do the same thing. I see a C, so I need to bring in a G. Still forgetting my phosphates. If I see a T, then I know I need to bring in an A. And then you're going on from there. Okay, once you are done building that strand of DNA, you are going to complete the column. Just type in the letter of the nucleotides that you were able to match up together on either side of that DNA strand and finish answering the questions. Just to let you know, for practice, question number 6 is based off of this picture here. You are going to type in the nucleotides that you will need to complete that other side. And once again, the picture that you take above is going to go right under here. Just insert the picture that you were able to save from the simulation just by clicking the picture icon. Once you are done for B, you're going to continue to have the enzyme that you built. Here is my completed one there. And you are going to then use the DNA polymerase, which is the enzyme, to actually unzip that DNA so you're able to replicate it. So once again, you're going to go through each one, answer the questions as you go. Once you get to number 3, that's when you are going to be building everything. 4 is where you're going to be taking a picture of your finished product and then answering the questions from there. Once you are done answering questions 5 and 6, the picture that you do eventually take is going to go at the end of the document, then you are done. So this one doesn't take as lengthy as maybe the first lab that we did, so you should be able to get the majority of this done in class if you are actively working on it. So going back to the simulation, so this is my finished DNA strand that I had created earlier. I then am going to click release the enzyme. So now that enzyme is going to go through, break apart those nitrogen base pairs, and then we have 2 strands of DNA that we are then able to use as a template. So once you click release enzyme the second time, you are ended up with 2 sets of nucleotides that they give you. They already have their phosphate on it, so it's a nucleotide. And you are just going to go in and match them up. So once again, when I see a C, I know I need a G. If I see a G, I need a C. Looking over here, I see a G, so I need a C. No, wrong one. There we go. So once again, if they don't match up, they're not going to pair up with one another. So you can't really make a mistake with this. It's kind of mistake proof. So you can just match them up. It doesn't even necessarily have to be in order. Once you have everything completed, once you are out of nucleotides, then you know you did everything that you needed to. So you're just going to complete the 2 strands. Once you are done completing the strands, you're going to click the picture icon again, and then it's going to take the screenshot that you need, and then you're able to right click it and then save image as. I'll just save it to your download so you're able to access it a lot better. And that picture is going to go at the end of the assignment under daughter DNA molecule. So then you can just click insert, click picture, and then you can just insert from this device, which once again, I download mine to either my content if you're on a Chromebook, or I just download it to my downloads on my computer, and you should be able to go from there. So once you are done, just double check to make sure that you answered all the questions. That's usually a common mistake that I see. And then if everything is done, you can click saved. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything on here that will save to everybody's assignment. Make sure that it has said saved, and then once you click out on it, you can go back to the assignment. If a blue submit button doesn't appear, you just click refresh. It should be able to appear, and then you'll be able to submit the assignment once you are done. So if you have any questions, just make sure that you message me, and I'll be able to assist you. I will also be available every day this week from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in remote support. On Friday, remote support doesn't start till 1:20. Have a good day and good luck.